The 8-year-old Australian Shepherd has been riding the bike with his master since he was 3 weeks old, but a highway patrolman cited Scarf for being an unsafe load. That's a problem since Scarf is a security dog at a local business. If he doesn't work, he doesn't eat. But a traffic referee came to the rescue today, deciding Scarf really doesn't fit the definition of an unsafe load. Still, he warned Scarf has to find a new way to get to work.
Go get him, Scarf.
Court referee heard one of the doggondest stories she's ever heard today. It involves a dog that would lose its job if it didn't get a ride to work every day, the dog's motorcycling owner, and a ticket from a highway patrolman.
Meet Scarf, an 8-year-old Australian Shepherd who has a job as a security dog. To get to work, he rides with his master on a motorcycle. No big deal for Scarf. He's been riding bikes since he was just a pup.
I've been riding with him for years, and he anticipates turns and stops and corners and all.
But last month, he suddenly found himself in the doghouse when he was stopped by a highway patrolman for speeding and carrying an unsafe load.
No.
Scarf.
Usually cops and sheriffs and CHPs, they just smile, you know, but this one said I was fortunate that I hadn't had a ticket in all this time.
The trouble is, without a ride to work in this fashion, Scarf will lose his job. It's obvious he can't hitchhike or catch a bus.
See, he gets dog food for coming down here and guarding the place. That's where he gets his meals.
Scarf got the help of Ken Neighbors to fight the ticket.
I'm perfectly willing to even appeal the case and take it up to the Superior Court if necessary on a writ.
And so, it was off to court. Scarf staying outside, please. Inside, he pled guilty to speeding, but told the referee about Scarf's riding ability. And Neighbors cited the possibility of Scarf's unemployment. Well, checked the codes and found that Scarf didn't fit the requirements of a human passenger and that he really didn't violate the provisions of an unsafe load. Not guilty this time, said the judge, but she wanted to consider other ways of giving Scarf a lift.
They warned me that I could get cited again for this.
So what are you going to do?
Take it easy, think about it, and try not to get caught again. I'm not going to quit riding them altogether, but I think I'll lay low for a while.
His name, the one with the helmet. His best friend, the one with one blue eye and another brown, is Scarf. And together they've been riding for the last 8 years, since Scarf was a puppy small enough to hold in your palm. After many thousands of miles, Scarf is so adept at riding he now leans into corners and anticipates stop-and-go traffic. But a couple of weeks ago, he was speeding and was stopped. He was cited for 10 miles over the limit and carrying an unsafe load. Today, they both went to court. He pleaded guilty to speeding while Scarf waited outside, quite willing to show the judge how well he could ride. He declined the show, but was quite fascinated with the case. After several minutes of testimony and research into just what is a passenger and what is an unsafe load, the judge dismissed the case against Scarf.
It does not appear that there were any vehicles or anything in your immediate vicinity that would have perhaps contributed to an unsafe condition. I want to caution you, however, that I think this is an offense, as absurd as it may appear to you, for which you could be cited again.
He was obviously pleased with the outcome and plans to take Scarf everywhere he goes.
I think odds are against getting another citation for another 7 years. It was an odd thing to have happen, and I think the fact that I was speeding, that's what got me stopped in the first place.
So away they rode into the morning sun, celebrities of a sort who beat the system. But this may just be the start.
Problems, although riding on his master's lap isn't quite as cushy as riding in the jets and limos, it was the only way Scarf had to get around. The 8-year-old Australian Shepherd has been riding the bike with his master since he was 3 weeks old, but a highway patrolman cited Scarf for being an unsafe load. That's a problem since Scarf is a security dog at a local business. If he doesn't work, he doesn't eat. But a traffic referee came to the rescue today, deciding Scarf really doesn't fit the definition of an unsafe load. Still, he warned Scarf has to find a new way to get to work.
Go get him, Scarf.